Welcome back to Locker Runner Games. Right now, we're going to be talking about the 2.2 update patch that just went live right now in all the consoles and PC. So let's go over it. This is just my idea of what the patches will be about, or well, basically what I think about it. Surrender system. Finally, they added a surrender system. We've been waiting for this feature for what, so long. I'm sure we've all experienced it where teammate leaves. Now you guys are stuck in a match and you have to like fight it out. But now they finally added a surrender system. In normal competitive modes, either team may now surrender during Awakening Draft. Space between sets if they've lost at least 2 sets in the game or have a player on their team that is inactive. Inactive in most cases disconnect from match, but also applies to have made input for 40 seconds at one point. Everyone on the team must vote to surrender for that surrender to occur. Losing if they had Norse. Wow. Okay. So finally, they dealt with inactives. There's some inactives in games that just queue up and they disappear, right? So that's kind of good. That allows the team to basically surrender. And losing 2 sets in a game, I guess, but by the time you lose 2 sets, it's like it's already like 1 more set to go, right? So it's kind of moot, but hey, at least we finally have it. But this is what's more important though, the auto match cancel system. See, if a player is inactive and early into a match, the match will automatically cancel. This is the most important part of the surrendering system. A player that causes automatic match cancellation will be penalized if they have lost the match. The penalty will apply to player their pre-made group that queue together with. Wow, okay, this is huge. Penalties will not incur if you're a pre-member caused and it's the first time within the last 2 weeks. Okay, there is a backup system. Basically, if you're in pre-made and your teammate becomes AFK or whatever, the match cancels. You both lose points. But only if you haven't done it in the last 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, if you haven't done it in the last 2 weeks, then you're okay. But if you're a repeated offender of AFKing or like inactive, then yeah, you and your friends get penalized. But very nice because automatically canceling a match if people just go AFK, that will help speed up the game a lot. Having a surrender system, being able to surrender, will be able to speed up games a lot. Competitive mode integrate changes. Player above challengers will no longer be able to enter competitive mode in a pre-made group. They must queue solo. Very good. I mean, that's needed, right? Because right now, like without this, all the challengers will queue up together. All the top 1, 2, 3s will queue up together and just dominate the rank scene. So now everybody will be able to have to do solo mode basically. Players that solo queue at any rank will benefit from higher minimum gains if they win a match to balance out case what they feel in less ideal match. Minimum would reduce that chance. Wow, this is amazing. So basically what that means is if you solo queue, which I'm sure a lot of us are, you get more well, you get higher minimum gains. Basically you get more ranking points than if you were to queue with your buddies, at least the minimum rating gains, right? And it makes sense because, you know, if you queue in with your group together, technically like it should be stronger, right? Your Discord calls together, things like that. So you have a slight advantage over other people that's solo queuing. This will help boost the solo queuers to get basically points faster and level faster if you just want to play solo queue only. New ranked tier. Pro League. Only the top player in each region can qualify to be the Pro League tier. A player needs at least 100 points in Omega to be promoted to Pro League. That doesn't mean once you hit a make 100 points in the league, you're automatically added. There's a hard limit to how many players in Pro League. So be sure to fight for every LP you can. That's amazing, right? That is amazing. That means we're gonna have a pro scene, all right? That's what's leading to. Once we have a pro league, then we're gonna have a pro scene. This is kind of like how League of Legends started in the very beginning, where they had like a pro master league, and then challenger league. Then somehow, you know, the people picked people from there to move on to the pro leagues. So this is the beginning of it, and I'm excited to see that, right? MVPs are no longer able to, or no longer a multiplier that will weigh events more favorably later in the game for the purpose of remembering the end of the game MVP. This is cool. It's a minor change. Quality of life changes. But hey, that's nice, because some people, like, you know, like they carry the whole game just to have the very last set someone else helped win and they got MVP, and it feels kind of bad. But that is very minor. I mean, it's good to have. Good to have. Game content refund system. All accounts start with 3 refund tokens that you can use to refund eligible contents. Hey, okay, very nice. Night Market and Oni Village. Due to some maintenance on these maps, making the speed boost a tiny bit more, but largely able to making the rules more consistent. Okay. Speed to 70 off the 100. Max core speed. Speed boost game. No. Interesting. Okay, so basically just the speed buff from the Night Market and Oni Village are a little bit higher. If you don't know what that is on those maps, at the very top and very bottom, there's a little strip of movement speed that you can go there, and when you're in there, you get a little boost of speed while you're in there. However, the problem is it's really close to the edge of the map, so if you get hit, then you get eliminated off the map. So it's risk and reward, but it's nice to have. And now it's a little bit faster. Practice mode. Finally, we have practice mode. So with practice mode here, we can finally get to practice a lot of trick shots and a lot of core mechanics. I'll probably be recording more YouTube tutorials about this game, and how to space properly, how to pass to yourself, how to wall bounce. There's going to be a lot more content coming up your way regarding using practice mode as a base. So this is really exciting, having practice mode and having a surrender auto match cancel system. That's gonna make this game quality of life way better. And obviously having a pro league that we get to watch, maybe eventually stream on Twitch, that is gonna be amazing, right? So there you go. Strikers now, skins and content. So strikers, I mean, our favorite app has gone viral. 5 stars. We're pulling back. Okay, tap her down as goalie. Okay, cool. So her glitch pop. So just basically, I mean, slight nerf. Her right click primary, right? The bomb thing range is a little bit less. Okay, but they didn't reduce the damage nor nothing, just the range, which basically nerf her as a goalie more than her as a forward, because the goalie, but originally you're as a goalie, I mean, you can like shoot it all the way like halfway across the map if you get the strikers. So with the range nerf, it's going to be a little bit less, which is good, right? Less control for her as a goalie, and as a forward it doesn't nerf that much, but slight nerf is good. And I mean, he's like one of the most popular characters in Omega Strikers right now, so it's good that she got a slight nerf. Asher, barrier beam primary, shield no longer occasionally let the core pass through. This is a huge buff for Asher, because yeah, this feels bad. So if you don't know, Asher's barrier beam primary, when you're in your half of the court, your half of the side of the court, your barrier beam, your primary, is supposed to be a unbreakable shield. So the core shouldn't pass your shield. The core can pass your shield if you're on the other side, because it says the box says it's no longer a permanent shield. It's just a one-hit light. But in your side of the field, it's a it's a permanent shield while you're casting it. Era Flutterfly, which is the movement speed, the secondary attack, secondary ability of her, which is the team movement speed. Resolve an issue where quick cast on her secondary insertion via a twin drop would not correctly apply the full duration of the buff. Wow. I didn't, excuse me. I didn't even know that was a thing, but hey, okay, nice fix. Juliet's Flame Fury Special, which is the special button where she does like a flurry of attack and do a last slap. Bug fix. Starter targets during getting hit by the light portion will no longer be able to evade before the final hit. This is huge, right? This is a hidden buff to Juliet, and Juliet it's already very strong. So what this saying is basically before, when you're getting light punched during the flurry of hits, you can still hit Q or E to evade the last portion, the final slap. And apparently it was a bug. But now, if you get hit by that light portion, you cannot escape it. Basically, you're gonna get hit by the full duration. That sucks. It's gonna be bad. There's gonna be a lot of Juliet spam coming our way very soon. I can envision it. Rasmus, let's go. Okay, you can read this if you like, but basically what's going on is the buff, right? Special buff. Okay, wow. Death Touch. Cooldown 20 to 18 seconds. Okay. New. Now consider a creation after it enters an empowered state. Wow. And what this means is Rasmus special, which is the hook. So the cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. Very nice, very nice. And Rasmus right now is already very strong, so getting a buff to that, especially and adding a creation to it, makes it really strong. Like really strong. There's going to be a tier list coming up our way. I'm going to be making a tier list very soon from this patch. But basically what this means is while it's when you first toss your hook, it's still considered a projectile, but once it's stable, like once it stays on the field, if it doesn't hook anything, it stays on the field, then it's spinning, right? That is now considered a creation. So what that means is getting creation buff like Monumentalist will increase the size of that hook. So while it's stationary, the hook will grow big, meaning easier for teammates to pass to it or capturing opponents' shots, things like that. And yeah, that is very good for a Fort Rasmus, and amazing for a goalie Rasmus. This is a huge buff. Plus 2 seconds, hey, that's not nothing. Cooldown buff. Octavia, okay. Flow secondary, okay, which is the movement speed increase. Oh, okay, cooldown increase. That which means basically means that's the nerf to Octavia, right? She's already pretty strong, and she has bug fix buffing coming, so we're gonna make sure she doesn't flow out of control. Yeah, okay. Reduce from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Haste gain per second from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Look, so basically all this up here is a nerf to her secondary ability, right? It's longer cooldown, meaning you can cast it a little bit less, and it lasts a little bit less. Based on bug where Activity would use a random player's buff duration enhancement stat instead of her own to extend the duration of flow state. That is weird. Not sure what that means, but okay, that is a weird bug, but I'm glad that's fixed, and apparently that's a buff to her. So because there's a bug fix incoming, so I guess that's good that this is fixed. Vice, Hardcore, primary, it shoots a little electric shock basically that pushes. Bug fix, recharge time is no longer unintentional, increase to 8 seconds with prime time, always 7 seconds now. Hey, that's a slight buff, or well, it's a bug fix, but it's a good bug fix. So, slight buff. Centauro, secondary, the rush indicator now shows the full area he hits instead of location of his dash. This should be much more accurate for enemies now. It also seems bigger for Centauro, but his range is unchanged. So that is a slight nerf, in my opinion. Reason why is now enemies can finally see his zone better, because sometimes when he's dashing to the location, you don't really know how big that hitbox is. So I'm hoping this change will allow us to see it better. Oni Blade, the special where he does like a area of attack, hit, right? Kind of like Yasuo from League of Legends. Bug fix. If a singular is staggered within the area during the special, they will be knocked back, not back locked until the final hit. Not back locked. Okay. That means so while you're in the zone, once you get hit by the special, you're in the zone and you get hit by all the attacks until the final hit. Then you get knocked back, which is very nice. So then you take basically there's a buff because then you take the full damage of the special versus before if you get hit by like the second strike, you get knocked out of it, then you can walk out and not get hit by the final strike. Oh no, hopefully no longer falls off the map on the middle special. So yeah, this is a buff and this is a slight nerf, but I think overall buff to Centauro. Very good. He kind of needed it. Plumbers, okay. Here is sitting in a relatively balanced place, but we're gonna get a bonus to his speed, so you can KO. So those KO translates to wins. Ooh, that's very nice. Because basically, if you're a brawler team or you like to knock out people, you get a slight buff to it now. 15 to 20% advantage is pretty big. We're welcoming some new energy-related awakenings, rotating out some awakenings that have been shifting in high MMR play. Aerials no longer shows a warning for strikers with mobility abilities. Prime time hits now from prime. Yeah, prime time nerf is expected. Prime time is really good. I mean, even with this nerf, prime time is still very good. Being able to cast your primary ability twice. Super good. Super Surge, Dash, and Haste ability hits 20% harder to 25%. Ooh, Super Surge will be coming up now. Super Surge will be very nice to have. Basically, it lines Super Surge up to the other really sought after awakenings. Oh, that's good. That's good. Rotating out General Rush, Stagger Swagger is actually OP, so rotating it out, I guess, makes sense. Basically, when you fall below 50%, stagger, then you get like stagger regen and movement speed and all that. It's really strong. Unstoppable also kind of OP because that like saves you from getting knocked out and killed, at least from the first hit. That is really good. So these stingers OP in certain characters like Luna or something. Not Luna. Yeah, Luna. No, not Luna, sorry. It's Juno. I always get Juno and Luna confused. It's Juno. Juno's stinger is broken with the slimes hitting you, and then you get damage over time in, additional. Crazy. Rotating in Egoist. Okay, come on. Odyssey has been watching some Blue Lock, right? Egoist. Okay, let's see. Evades, refund 5 energy, 15 from energy burst, reaching max energy grants 70. Whoa. Okay, so when they say energy, energy awakenings, what that means is your Q and E ability, right? So if you have Egoist and you use evade to dodge enemy's attack or something, you get 5 energy back. And you get 15 energy from using energy burst. Very nice. Energy burst, meaning core flip, basically. When your meter's blue, you do a core flip and you get meters back. Yeah, that's actually a pretty nice awakening to have. Reaching max energy also gives you movement speed. For 8 seconds, you get 75. Whoa. 0% movement speed for 8 seconds. That's huge. And then back to 5% while you remain at max energy. So basically, like, hey, as an Egoist, you can just keep your energy up. Then you're able to have permanent movement speed. Or if you want to use your core flip, then at least you'll still charge it faster than the other players. Hey, that is nice. That is nice. Catalyst, gain 50% margin from dealing hits. Being hit generates 3 energy. Oh wow. Yeah, this is a brawler's awakening, right? Hitting hitting enemies, things like that, you get 50% more energy now. We're using this awakening. Okay. Meaning, well, more energy, meaning you're able to, you know, evade more, or once you fully charge the blue, then you get to use core flip. Fire up. Gain 10 energy on round start. Casting energy burst restores 30% of max energy to other allies. This is the equivalent to the orb that you share with your teammate. Basically, this is really nice for team play. You know, if you're a support, you know, if you're a support forward like Era, you can use this and buff your team even more. Think about this, right? Using energy burst, using your core flip, restores 30% of energy to other allies and speed up your whole team. Yeesh. Wow. Reverberation, gain 250 max stagger and 8.8 second 0.8% cooldown per 100% max stagger. Wow. Okay, so this means basically if you're stacking stagger, right? Stacking like tank stats, you get like cooldown per 100 stagger. So the big goalie tanks that just want to build tank can get some cooldown benefits as well with this new awakening. But hey, these top three, Egoist, Catalyst, Fire Up, it's really good change to really good add to awakenings, and there's gonna be definitely new meta coming up because all these energy, all these movement speed boost and core flip, there's gonna be a lot more core flips going on now if people start getting these and picking them. Definitely these are going to be very strong. It's just some other bug fixes, right? Mission timers not displayed, strikes no longer able to stop in some situation, MVP and mission no longer pop back. Okay, cool. These are just small minor bug fixes, but basically, yeah, this is the whole patch of 2.2 of Omega Strikers. There's a lot of stuff. Surrender system, auto canceling system is what I'm looking forward to. Having a pro scene, very nice to have. Baby with solo queue, and you get a little bit more currency as LP as a solo queuer. Very nice. Practice mode, amazing. Finally we can make some content with showing how to wall bounces and trick shots and things like that. So definitely speaking of, yeah, look forward for more of my videos coming out. Please subscribe, please follow my Twitch. I stream on a nightly basis as much as I can, barring anything that comes up, usually at around 11 p.m. PST. I'm on the West Coast, so 11 p.m. West Coast time is usually when I start streaming, and I stream for like 2 to 3 hours every night on Twitch TV/LockRuner. Come on by, visit here, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Also, tier list will be coming up soon.